Hello to all and welcome to Tally CA Connect. So it's great to have you all back at this forum every Wednesday to discuss TallyPrime features, sometimes on your queries, sometimes what we would think that it would benefit you. So today we'll be covering the prime banking features that are available in TallyPrime and that how you can import the bank statements in TallyPrime and automate your accounting. Also, TallyPrime now supports connected banking feature with State Bank of India as well, along with Kotak and Axis banks. And our expert for today is CA is from our product excellence team, CA Parth Patel. So thank you, Parth, for taking out the time from your busy schedule for this forum. And so today, Parth will be taking us through how the connected banking features can benefit you and your business and help you automate the tasks that would, reduce the manual errors and save much of your time. So thank you, Parth. And we have a great audience to see that post audit period. And now we have already 200 plus people with us. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining. So Parth, over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Komal. So we'll share my screen. Just confirm. Okay, is my screen visible?
Yeah, the deck is visible.
Okay, thank you so much, everyone, for joining. So let's start today's topic. So today's topic we have is a prime banking. We also call it a connected banking, right? So before we start, what do we mean by connected banking? If anybody can put the response in the chat box, that will help us to understand what do we actually mean by the connected banking. What is your expectation? So what is connected banking? You can put your response in the chat box. What is your expectation that we should be having? Okay, real-time getting transaction summary, real-time balance. Okay, nice response. We have started. Okay. Synchronize the bank statement. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Then banking through Tally, auto entry, transaction, bank statement and payments, right? It would be that we can specify masters and uh, Tally can take the entries. Yes. Data securities. Yes. Payment party. Yeah. Wow, we have a lot of bank reconciliation, auto reconciliation, real-time payments. Lovely. We have a lot of responses flowing from. Thank you so much, everybody, for these responses, for being so active. Right. So let's understand from the perspective of connected banking what we at Tally, are trying to strive on the connected banking. So connected banking is simply in one liner. If I want to make it out, it's bringing your bank inside TallyPrime. So our objective through the connected banking is bring your bank inside TallyPrime. Now, what we'll do after bringing our bank inside TallyPrime? So answers is almost everybody has given here. First one, we can view our bank balance inside TallyPrime. So wherever I want to view my bank balance inside TallyPrime, I can simply go through the TallyPrime application and view my current bank balance, which is at the prevalent time. Then the second is I can get my bank statement inside TallyPrime. So most of you have also understood the connected GST, right? In connected GST, wherein we download the GST returns and get the GST returns inside our TallyPrime, right? Let's say GSTR1, GSTR2A, 2B, and 3B. So all four returns can be downloaded from the GST portal and can simply be fetched using an OTP into TallyPrime data, right? So on the similar pattern, on the similar way, you can also get your bank statements inside TallyPrime. And the third one, that is payment side. So yes, from the next month onwards, you will be able to pay securely to your parties from TallyPrime itself. We will see to it how it works for you in the session ahead, right? So these are three major experiences that we have built around the connected banking for your business, for your clients' businesses. So now the question comes, for which banks we will have all these experiences, right? So initially, TallyPrime has partnered with three banks: Kotak, Axis, and SBI. So for these three bank accounts, you'll be able to have, you know, experience all three functionalities seamlessly once it is available, right? So let's go ahead. What is the view balance? So view balance is when you want to check your balance on your tally screen. Let's say a payment department has got a lot of payments going through right in the morning, right in the afternoon. There are few checks which are going through the bank accounts. So they want to check the real time balance, and for checking these balances, they don't want to disturb the owners too frequent in a day's time, right? So in that case, they can simply go to the TallyPrime application, and they need not have to provide OTP each and every time when they check out on the screen balance for any of the three partner banks, right? So this will save time for them. This will help avoid the OTP dependency for checking the balance multiple times in a day's time. Then the second one comes as the getting the bank statements. So what this functionality does for us, so when we get the bank statement inside TallyPrime, it will save that bank statement inside the TallyPrime along with the Tally data. Now, even though after you importing the bank statement and you shut down the TallyPrime application, that bank statement is getting saved with the data itself. So whenever you want to work with that bank statement later on, you can work with it. You need not fetch that bank statement again and again, right? So what we can do with the bank statement once we get inside, we will see to it in the product workflow. So now for these three partner banks, let's say Kotak, Axis, and SBI, you can get the bank statement at a click of button just by linking that particular bank account with your TallyPrime, right? Now question comes, if my clients are not using these three banks, what will happen to them? Whether the connected banking experience will help them? Yes, definitely it will help them. So if they don't have any of the partner bank accounts, then they can go for offline bank statement import. So what they can do, they can essentially download that net statement from the net banking itself. And once after downloading that statement into Excel or CSV format, they can simply import that bank statement into TallyPrime, because TallyPrime has already configured those formats of 140 plus Indian banks inside TallyPrime application. So they need not worry on the format part. Simply they need to ensure that whatever they have downloaded in Excel or CSV format, and that too from the net banking. Once the same file is available, you can simply import the bank statement. We'll see to it in the product walkthrough itself, right? Now coming on to the third part. The third part is the paying our suppliers or parties from TallyPrime. So yes, from TallyPrime latest version, that is the next version coming up, which is 7.0 from the next month, you'll be able to pay your parties from the TallyPrime application itself. So currently, from the partner banks, Kotak, Axis, and SBI, you'll be able to uh, process the payments from TallyPrime itself, right? Now let's go to the TallyPrime. Let's understand how these experiences will help you, your clients, and essentially how it will help your auditing process so that it becomes absolutely seamless for you, right? So we are into the TallyPrime application currently. So first of all, to experience the connected banking, I'll have to connect my partner bank with my TallyPrime. So to connect my partner bank, I'll need to go to Exchange menu. So here I'll click on the Exchange menu. On the Exchange menu, I have banking options, which is the second option you can see on the screen. Under banking, I have multiple options like login, logout, get balance, get statements, and payments and bank connections. So initially, I need to connect my bank account with my TallyPrime using the option login. So as soon as we go for the login option, here TallyPrime will validate our tally.net ID and a password. So this is the same ID which we have used for purchasing and renewing our TallyPrime subscription or a software, right? So I'll provide my ID and I'll provide my password. So I've given my ID and a password. Now I need to input the mobile number which is registered in my bank account, right? So let's say I'm putting my mobile number which is registered in the bank account. It will ask me for acceptance of some terms and conditions for connected banking. Once I'm done with that, then I'll need to ensure that whatever OTP I have uh, received in my registered mobile number, which I have given here on the screen, should be giving that particular OTP. So once I have given this OTP, then my bank account will get connected with the TallyPrime itself. Now, which bank accounts I have got connected? I can go to my bank connections. Let's say I'll go to my bank connections, and you can see that here on the data, I have three banks, which is Axis, Kotak, and SBI, and all banks have been connected. The connection status is visible here. So whenever you will connect your bank account, you will have the similar experience on your TallyPrime screen, right? So after connecting my bank account, what is the first thing that I would usually do? The first thing I would usually do is to check the live bank balance, right? So to check the live bank balance, I can again go to exchange menu and simply click on the get balance. So when I click on the get balance, then I can get bank live balance from any of the accounts. Let's say I want to get the balance of both the accounts. So I can click on the both accounts and select the get balance. So as soon as I select the get balance, whatever is the current balance, you will be able to see on your screen, right? So this is how you will be able to see the fetch balance, getting the live bank balance from your bank account to your TallyPrime application, right? So your account departments, the payment departments of your clients can check the balance of their bank accounts n number of times inside their application without the need of OTP or without the dependency to get the OTP from owner, right? Or the authorizer. So I hope that will help you to understand that this will uh, remove the dependency and the OTP, and that will help to check the multiple balances, especially in an environment wherein the day in day out there are multiple batches of payments which is happening for a business having multiple parties, right? Now we will shift back to the second experience. The second experience is getting the bank statement inside TallyPrime. So there are two ways wherein we can get the bank statement inside TallyPrime. The first one is the connected banking, right? So first one, let's say we have two other banks, which is Nexus and a Kotak Bank. So we'll click on the get statement, right? And we'll select the Kotak, right? And after selecting the Kotak statement, we will click on the get statement. So once we have clicked on the get statement, it is saying that we have requested this bank statement, and that bank statement we have received from the bank, and now it is ready to import. So now this bank statement is ready to import, and we can again click on the get statement. Now before that, here comes the period part. So for which period I'll be able to get the bank statement directly from the bank server. So on the right hand side, there is an option called bank statement period. So here you can set the specific period, and by setting up a specific period, let's say you want to import on a daily basis, you want to import on a weekly basis, or you want to import, let's say, on a monthly basis, or for an entire year, there is no restriction on the dates to be mentioned in the set statement period, right? You can have any date or any period. So once it is ready to import, simply select that particular statement and click on the get statement. So the moment you click on the get statements, it will import the entries specified in the bank statement automatically inside your Tally data, right? So after importing, there are two ways wherein we can, work further. First one is if you have made some entries, we can directly go to bank reconciliation, right? So let's say in this case, we will go to bank reconciliation summary from here itself. So here you can see on this screen, we have a Kotak Bank ledger, period mentioned here, right? Which period we are working in. So all the entries which are there in the books are available only in the books. There are few entries which are there only in the bank are listed as available only in bank, right? So we'll go to the entries which are fetched and which are available only in the bank. So here you can see that whenever you have
Parth,
fetched few
there are
entries,
two, three requests on repeating the part. Can you just briefly just take them through the steps?
correct, correct. So let's go back. Let's say I'm importing a bank statement directly by connecting my partner bank. It can be any of the bank currently, which is Axis, Kotak, or SBI, right? So whenever we are into this particular statement fetching, we will again go to exchange menu, right? In the exchange menu, we have all banking options. In all banking options, we can see the option of get statement. So once we click on the get statement, you will have the same window here. We will have the similar window here, right? Once we have the same window here, now here we can specify on the first for which period we want to download that particular bank statement into our TallyPrime, right? So on the right hand side, there is an option called set statement period. So set statement period is a field which we will use to define from which date to which date we will download and fetch the bank statement directly into TallyPrime from the partner bank, right? So here you can specify, or else if you don't want to specify, we can simply select here and click on the get statement, right? So once we click on the get statement, it will, let's say we again download for the Kotak Bank, which we have already done, right? So we'll again click on the Kotak, right? So now this particular statement is ready to import. So we have just put a request at 3:17 p.m. today, and now this statement is ready to import, right? Correct. So we'll again click here and click on the get statement. So now it will download the statement. But you can see here that in the earlier case, it it was few entries which were successfully downloaded, but in the second time, the entries did not get downloaded. New entries imported successfully is 0. Why? Because TallyPrime has inbuilt capability to keep track of any duplications in the bank statement, even though your client is importing bank statement multiple times, same bank statement multiple times directly from bank server using connected banking, it will not download uh, twice. So duplication will be automatically taken care of, right? So from here, we have two options. We can either go to bank reconciliation summary to check about the bank reconciliation, right? So let's go to bank reconciliation summary. So in the bank reconciliation summary, this is a format of bank reconciliation wherein we can view which all transactions are only available in books and which all transactions are only available in the bank. Let's say we want to check out which are the transactions that are available only in the bank, because those are the transactions for which we are yet to do something, we are yet to pass an accounting entry or a transaction, right? So these three are the exact matches. So here we have an option, this four entries. Here we have an option either to select all together and click on the reconcile. So we can reconcile those who are matching exactly. Exact match are defined by the instrument number and the amount which is involved. Right? Now, whatever are the new transactions which are not there in my books of accounts. So I'll simply need to create those transactions from this bank statement, right? You can see that in this bank statement, the color of an each and every row is in blue. Unlike which we have black color of each and every transaction in TallyPrime, here whatever is the external data that we have in our books of accounts, right? In our TallyPrime, that will be marked with the blue, right? So from here on the same screen, you can create transactions. So you can create transactions one by one also, or on a multiple mode. So let's say I have this one particular transaction, correct? And I'll select that. On the right hand side, there is an option called create voucher. So as soon as we press the create voucher, whatever were the details that has been auto populated in my TallyPrime. Simply I need to select the ledger or create a ledger if it is not available. So this is a party called callers. We'll select this party and click on Control A for saving a transaction. So out of 12, one transaction is posted. We can go on posting other transactions as well, right? Let's say I want to pass this particular three transactions, correct? And this seems to be a bank charges, right? So I can select all together and click on the create voucher. So here I need not provide the bank charges ledger for each and every entries because the bank ledger is common. So for that, we have given here an option called common ledger. So here, if I provide a bank charges, it will auto-populate in all the three entries. I did not specify ledger for each and every entry having a similar ledger, right? I can pass Control A and I can pass this three entries at a one click. So there is also a way to do it, right? I'll not save this for a moment. There is also another way to post this particular transaction. Let's say I have this three transaction, and for these three transactions, I want to pass for this all four transactions, I want to pass single entry called bank charges, right? Not the four entries. So in that case, on the right hand side, we have another option under create voucher, that is create voucher consolidate. So as soon as we click on the create voucher consolidate, it will sum up all the amounts of that particular transactions, all four entries, and it will give us a single amount, right? In that case, the narration won't be there, but it will save that particular transactions, right? So here we have passed single bank transaction entry, considering adding all the four entries of a bank charges for a particular month in a one click, right? Now, let's say I have limited transactions on my screen, but whenever your clients will download or you will download in some cases, you will have lot of transactions on your screen. Maybe you can have 300 transactions or 3000 transactions, right? So in that case, you will need to find out some patterns in your bank statement. So on the same screen, you can also filter transactions. So we will press Control F. This is the shortcut of apply filter. You can see on the screen, there is an apply filter option, right? So we can apply filter on the bank statement that we have imported, and we can find out certain things which we are trying to find out on our bank statement. For example, here I can see the POS as the common narration. So I want to aggregate all the entries of POS and want to post those transactions at a one click. So I'll press Control F and I will search POS in the look for field. The moment I press enter, it will come out with all the transactions having POS in the narration. There is also a UPI as a narration in the common, right? So these all are the POS cells that should go to cash sales, right? So I will select each and every entry together, control space bar. Using control space bar on the right hand side, I can use the option again F7, that is create voucher. So the moment I use this, I'll have all the entries on the single screen. Simply I need to use the correct ledger, that is the cash sales, and each and every entry will have the same ledger. Simply I need to save this using Control A. Yes, it is going through. So all the entries. So this is an optional voucher window. Before using any multi-voucher creation mode, if we have made any mistake in the past window, we have an option to rectify our mistake in this screen. So if you want to rectify our mistake, we can go inside the transaction and can change it and come back here and make it mark as regular. So the moment we make all the transaction mark as regular, it will get posted and accordingly it will get reconciled automatically. Right now you can see that we have left only 2 transactions for this particular bank, right? So we can select that and create a transaction by selecting as usual. So this is for RM Jewelers. So I'll put in as RM Jewelers. This is for Mobile Bazaar. This is for Mobile R. So even though on the same screen you have multiple entries, but you need to have a different ledgers for each and every row, then also it is possible, right? We'll make it mark as regular and will reconcile this. So all the transactions which we have downloaded directly from the bank connectivity, we have posted it, and those transactions which we have posted have got reconciled automatically, right? We can view the same status inside our ledger. So let's go to the ledger. Let's say we use go to button and ledgers. We'll go to Kotak Bank account, right? So these are all the entries that we have posted, correct, on the F12. We'll make it detailed, right? So you can see whatever entries we have posted it through the bank statement, we have narration automatically getting, populated in the relevant field. So that's the benefit, that we did not type each and every part of narration manually inside TallyPrime once we get our bank statement inside Tally. So whenever we want to view any particular transactions for a reference, I need not to look at the bank statement, right? The same is reflecting in a new report called imported bank data. Let's go to banking. Then in the banking, we have a new report called imported bank data. So we'll go here and we will check for the Kotak Bank because this is the statement that we had downloaded, right? Here, that's the November month. So you can see these all are the transactions which we downloaded from the bank connectivity directly, and these are saved in our TallyPrime data. And you can see on the last column the reconciliation status. We have created all the entries from this bank statement, and upon the creation of a particular entry from the bank statement, the reconciliation status of this particular transaction gets changed automatically. Right? So the benefit of directly fetching bank statement into TallyPrime and creating entry or a posting transaction from the same is, it doesn't just pass a particular transaction or post a transaction, but rather it also auto reconciles that particular transactions, right? So now we will go to the transaction level again in the Kotak Bank. So let's say we go to the Kotak Bank. Now what TallyPrime does with the information of bank statement at the transaction level, right? So here let's go to Kotak Bank, right? And let's provide the full period, right? We'll enable the narrations. Now let's say this is a transactions, right? And so in transactions, you can see the uh, bank details whenever you go into the bank allocation window. So in the bank allocation window, if you see, check here, there is a new option called view recon info. So using this option, you can view the corresponding row in the bank statement for which this transaction is created, right? So this RM Jewelers, the transaction is created from this particular row in your bank statement that you connected with your TallyPrime, and the status is reconciled by, right? Now we will check the same for the bank statement, right? That bank charges that we created. So this bank charges will go inside that particular entry in the bank allocation window. Now you can see this particular bank charges is linked with the multiple entries. So we'll have an indication here once we have linked a particular transaction with a corresponding row of a bank statement. So on the right hand side, we will use the same button called View Reconciliation Info. So we'll click on the View Reconciliation Info. Here, TallyPrime will give you the absolute breakup that this particular transaction, rupees 392 bank charges, is created from the summation of all four entries, combination using combination summation of all four entries. So at the time of audit, you will never need to remember that which particular transaction was created from the bank statement or considering the combination of a particular bank statement, because it is quite obvious that we create some particular entries by aggregating small amounts for a month in a bank statement, or else let's say we have a salary processing wherein we create a single salary control account and post the entire payment into that particular account, and then we allocate it to a particular bank statement entries, or else vice versa is also possible that we have created uh, multiple entries in our books of accounts, but in our bank statement we have only one entry which is reflected by the bank. So both the situation, it is possible to link one to many transactions or to create from many to one transaction. It is also absolutely possible, right? So this will help you to keep your transactions in sync with your bank statements, in comparison with your bank statements, and using this reconciliation trails, you will be able to definitely analyze, inspect, and check that trail later on, especially at the time of audit, or even after 2 3 years at the time of scrutiny. Whenever you want to view that particular uh, transaction trail with respect to bank statements, that will make your uh, trails absolutely clear, right? So I hope this will help you to understand how this will make our particular banking data with respect to bank statements in our bank portals comparable as well as transparent in terms of trail. So this is how we connect the bank and we get the statement and we post a transaction. So this is the case with Axis, Kotak, and SBI. Right now, coming on to the second part of the get balance experience, wherein we don't have any of the partner bank, right? Let's say definitely lots of your clients will not have any of three banks, correct? And they will have some other banks. So what will be the experience for them? Let's say somebody is asking, I have HDFC Bank, so what will be there for me? I have Bank of Maharashtra. What will be there for me? Right? So simple, for that we have an option called import bank statement. Right? So we will go to import menu. In the import menu, we have an option called bank statement. So once we click on the bank statement, it will ask us which bank you want to import. Right? So let's say we have HDFC Bank. So we'll click on the HDFC Bank. Where is that particular bank statement? So we'll get it from, we'll select that folder wherein we have that particular bank statement. So here in the folder, you can see this is the HDFC bank statement that we have it, right? We will specify this particular path, and here we'll see, we'll select that particular HDFC bank statement. So we'll select this statement. We can preview this bank statement before importing. So let's say in case we have multiple statement in our folder, and we want to cross check before importing, we can keep this preview on. By default, this preview stays on, right? We'll accept this and view this preview. So in the bank statement that we have selected, which is an Excel format, there are 16 entries, right? Which TallyPrime can recognize, right? Do we want to import this? Yes. So the moment you want to import this, we can click on the import and it will import all the transactions. So you can see they have imported the transactions. So whenever we have imported, you can see that we had certain transactions in that particular HDFC bank. Those are exact matches. Those are the exact matches. So we have posted certain transactions which matches the exact amount or exact instrument number which is available in my bank statement. So whenever instrument number and amount matches in a particular transactions, and same with the bank statement, it classifies that particular transaction into exact matches, right? So again, from here we'll go to bank reconciliation summary, correct? Now here we have an option either to reconcile or post the entries which are there, correct? So here you can see that these are all the exact matches, correct? So to match those, to reconcile those, we have option to select all of them and click on the reconcile. Now you will have a question here that, sir, on this screen we have barely 7 to 8 entries, which is in the exact match. But let's say I'm reconciling for an entire year. So I don't want to reconcile those things manually, which are exact match. Don't need to worry. You can go to bank ledger and you can specify on the configuration level that those who are my exact matches, uh, should TallyPrime reconcile those on uh, auto import? Give that option to yes, and that will be auto reconciled when you import that particular data, right? So let's say for the time being, we will reconcile this. Now, where is that option? Let's also have a view. Where is that option? So in Alter Master, I'll go to Ledger and we'll go to any of the bank ledger. Let's say, for example, Axis Bank, correct? So, so here we'll go to reconciliation. In auto reconciliation configuration, we will go inside. Here there is an option called automatically reconcile exact matches found. So whenever you have this option configured as yes, whenever you import a bank statement or you download the bank statement directly connecting your TallyPrime with the partner bank server, it will auto reconcile all the exact matches that are found when you download that particular statement, right? So there are two ways that you can have that reconciliation going in an auto mode. Either you as a user select and decide a transaction to reconcile, or you want to reconcile it in an automatic, right? Now we are left with only 3 transactions, correct? So for these 3 transactions, we can click on and go on creating a particular transactions. So we'll click on all those 3. On the right hand side, we have create voucher, right? And simply we can create a transactions, right? This should go to staff welfare and this should go to telephone expenses. So we have posted a transaction for HDFC Bank. Now you can see that there is no difference of posting a transaction from a statement which we have imported for an HDFC Bank or a bank statement of a Kotak Bank which we connected through bank server. So for both the banks, the transaction posting experience remains the same. The only difference we have is for the partner banks, you can view the bank balance, and for creating a transactions, you need not import the bank statement. And for the offline banks, correct, which TallyPrime has already configured for 140 plus Indian banks, you simply need to import the Excel bank statement of that particular bank, which is exactly in the same format, which is as downloaded from the net banking portal, right? Here, a word of caution, please don't convert the PDF bank statement into an Excel or CSV and then try to import. Please get the PDF, get the Excel and the CSV bank statement originally from the net banking, right? Because that is the clean format and a clean file that will be accepted by the TallyPrime seamlessly. Because there are format configurations which are done by the TallyPrime backend with respect to these offline banks. So we'll select all of these transactions and we'll click on the mark as regular and reconciled. And now you can see that in HDFC Bank, all those transactions are getting posted. Now we will go to HDFC Bank Ledger and see, is there any difference between the transaction posting through import of bank statement or through downloaded, right? So we'll go here in the HDFC statement, right? So these are all the transactions that are there, right? On the F12, we can also uh, check the additional bank details. If it is reconciled, we can view it with what is the status of that particular transactions, right? So here you can see that there are in some transactions a date in a blue font is getting populated. So these are the transactions which are reconciled by linking those transactions with the bank statements, right? So this HDFC Bank, we had uh, imported the bank statement manually using import menu. We will go inside this particular transaction and we will also check the same recon info that we checked for the Kotak Bank, right? So in this case, we will go to view recon info. You can see in this view recon info now, you can compare the transaction exactly in the same manner that you compared for the connected banking, right? So here in this case, you can see the transaction got linked with the corresponding row of a bank statement which we imported in an Excel format. So whether you are connecting your partner bank to TallyPrime, either Kotak, Axis or SBI, or you are importing it through import menu, all the transaction posting and reconciliation experience remains the same. There is no change that we have ensured in connected banking. So this is the second layer of functionality after get balance. Now we will move on to the third part, right? So we'll move on to the third part, that is a payment. So from TallyPrime release 7 onwards, which is an upcoming release, you will be able to make the payments through a partner bank inside TallyPrime. For that, what you need to do is you need to enable those payments from the TallyPrime data. So once you have enabled the payments, then option called send payments will be open. So if every one of you is using 6.0 currently, you will be able to use the option which is a send payment, but somehow that option will be disabled, right? So whenever you are enabling that payments from the bank connections, you'll be able to see it enabled, right? Let's just view from where we can enable this particular option, right? So on the right hand side, there is an option online payments. You can see on the screen on the last column, there is an option called online payments. So the status of all three banks is enabled at the moment. In case you haven't enabled that particular, then option to enable payments, manage online payments will be available. And from here, you can enable or disable payments for a particular bank account. Let's say out of 3 bank account, you can enable payments only for a particular bank account. You can do that. You want to keep that option disabled for other rest of the 2 bank accounts. You have that flexibility to enable and disable, right? Now, how I will pay my party or a supplier in this particular case? correct? So usually I will go to the pending bills, and going through the pending bills, I'll decide that these bills I need to pay. So I'll use go to button and go to the ledger outstanding. So I'll go to the ledger outstanding. So in ledger outstanding, I'll select any of the parties. For example, I'll select Hindustan Steel Suppliers, right? So let's say for this particular party, I I need to pay this two bills, right? So I'll click on this two bills, and on the right hand side, I have that option called settle bills. So I'll click on this settle bills. Uh, on which date I want to make a payment. So let's say I'm making a payment on 26/11. From which bank I want to make a payment? Let's say my Axis Bank is enabled and I want to make a payment from Axis Bank. So, and I'll put the narration. So I want to settle those bills up to November 2025. Then it will create a payment entry along with the details of bill allocation against the reference based on the bills that we have already selected, right? So I'll click on the control A and this payment will get passed. Now I need to send this payment transaction to my bank account which is connected, correct? So in this case, I'll go to exchange menu. In exchange menu, I can click on the send payments. In the send payments, now we want to make payment through Axis Bank. So I'll select the Axis Bank. Let's say you want to pay through SBI, then that payment entry having reflected in the SBI will also get populated here on the same screen. So whatever are the bank accounts which are uh, connected to your bank, that will reflect here, right? So we'll go inside the Axis Bank, right? And in Axis Bank, this is a one payment that we want to send it to the bank. So we'll select here and click on the send button. So the moment we click on the send button, it will ask an OTP on the registered mobile number in this particular bank account. So whichever is the registered mobile number with this particular access account number, that will get an OTP. What we need to do is we need to get the OTP into that, right? Just give me a moment. We'll provide an OTP. So once we provide an OTP, it will process the payment. So now this payment is shared to bank. Now, if you check your net banking, this payment will be already under process. But here, no need to check the net banking. Now, once we have shared this payment, send this payment to a partner bank, now the payment department will have a question that what has happened to this payment? Has this payment gone through the party? Has it failed back? Is it on hold? So no need to worry on that particular part. Absolutely, that trail is available inside TallyPrime. We will use the report of e-payment. So using my go to button, I'll go to e-payments. Now, for which bank we have sent that payment? That is Axis Bank, right? So I'll click on the Axis Banks, and in Axis Bank we have e-payment. I'll click on the e-payment, and I can see on the screen which transactions are not sent to bank, which are yet to send to bank, or which transactions are sent to bank, for which we need to get the status or we need to know the status. So I'll go on transactions which are in progress. So you can see here on the screen, there are two transactions which are unsuccessful. If there is some errors or a rejection, you will see that rejection error inside TallyPrime screen itself, right? There are certain transactions which we sent to the bank earlier, correct? The status of that particular transactions reflect here on the status column. Now this status column changes based on the terms of a particular bank, right? So let's say there are few transactions which are processed. So four transactions are processed. correct? There are few transactions which are submitted, right? Let's say we want to refresh the status of all the transactions, which is there on the screen. So on the right hand side, we have a new option called Get Online Payment Status. We will click on the Get Online Payment Status. So let's say we click on the payment status. So here it will reflect that there are 5 transactions for which there is a change of status. So we'll again escape, and you can see that those transactions which were submitted are now authorized. So it is not about just sending that payment to a bank, but TallyPrime will have the entire payment trail flow inside your TallyPrime report, so that your clients or your business will definitely know that whatever payments which I'm sending to my bank account through my TallyPrime, what is happening with that, which transaction was successful, which transaction got processed, which transaction was authorized. There is also a case that there is a maker checker system, right? In that case, whether that checker has authorized that particular transaction or not, that I can simply uh, get the status here without needing or without logging in, without need to have an OTP from anybody, or without asking anybody, right, on the same screen. So this is an API integration that will help your clients to understand and to get the visibility as to their payment flow inside their Tally data, right? Now, where this particular uh, transactions will help you uh, when you check your or when you audit the bank data. So let's say if we are fetching the payment status, not just the payment status is getting fetched, you can see that the reference number is also getting changed. So whatever is the reference number which is mentioned and updated by the bank server, the same is getting updated here reference inside TallyPrime data. And what is the biggest benefit of this? So the biggest benefit is when we reconcile the particular transactions. So let's say for Axis Bank, let me go here and reconcile this Axis Bank, correct? So for reconciling, we will again get the statement for Axis Bank, correct? So we will click on the Axis Bank, select the get statement. Now statement is ready to import. Click on the get statement. You can see there are 20 entries which got downloaded, out of which 4 entries are reconciled automatically. No exact matches. Because in Axis Bank, I had set up a configuration that whenever I get my bank statement inside TallyPrime, even by Excel input or even by directly connecting my Axis Bank to my TallyPrime, it should auto reconcile. So in the same way, it reconciled automatically, instantly on the download, right? And this is absolutely seamless. Why? Because we had that particular bank reference number, we had those NEFT and RTGS reference number updated in our transaction when we fetched the payment status from the bank. And when we downloaded that bank statement contained the same RTGS or NEFT reference number, and along with the amount, those were reconciled automatically. So you as an auditor need not worry about the trust, authenticity, and validity of the banking data uh, very much when any of your client is using connected banking or is importing a validated bank statement which is downloaded from the net banking. You can absolutely establish the transaction creation trail. You can absolutely compare those particular transactions with the bank data, and that will ease your audit workload, and that will help you and your staff to rely more on the client data with less amount of work, and along with the comparable data of as an audit evidence, right? So this connected banking just do not simplify the work of your client, but it gives you an immense degree of audit assurance in terms of their banking transactions, right? Whenever they are auditing those transactions on an annual basis or a monthly basis, or a quarterly or a half yearly basis, right? So this will help, this connected banking will help you to keep a track of your payment, get the bank statement inside TallyPrime, and check the bank balance live at n number of times. Now, there is also another workflow which is embedded with the same. We have initiated a payment from TallyPrime to my party. Let's say in this case, we had initiated a transaction to Hindustan suppliers, right? Now, that party will also get the notification about the same. So there is a configuration which we need to do for this particular. So let's say I'll show you on the on the screen, right? So let's say we had sent that payment to a particular party. So as soon as we send the payment, TallyPrime has a feature of automated payment advice. We need to enable it once to auto generate payment advice once we send that particular payment to a bank, to our partner bank, right? So once we do that, TallyPrime will automatically generate this particular payment advice, and it will send that particular payment advice to the party's email address that is registered, which is there in your ledger master. And there is also provision to copy you as a CC so that you get to know that what all notification has gone to a party with respect to a particular payment that is being processed from TallyPrime, right? So I hope this entire flow will help you to rely more on the banking data of all of your clients. Yes, Komal, we are done with the standard
Yeah.
flow. Now we can take any Q&A if we have.
Yeah, so I've been, my voice is getting repeated. Is it for you?
No, it's absolutely fine.
Yeah. Okay. So few of the questions I've been checking with Murli and typed the answers he shared. The others you can see because he needed a few more context. If you can just go through the Q&A.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How to get a bank closing balance with under clearance of check. So, madam, in this case, it will show the current balance which is there on your net banking, ignoring the check which is there in the clearance. It will give you the absolute balance in your bank account which is available that you can rely on to make a payment, correct? But it will not have any sub bifurcation of checks which needs to be cleared, right? In case same mobile number registered in different account of Kotak, how can I select the account that I want to connect with this data? So let's say, sir, if there is a same mobile number is registered in a different account of Kotak, then you will create two separate bank ledgers for a Kotak account, and you will be able to connect connect those accounts using the same number. I hope this should work for you because the number is same, and for both the accounts you have already added into a TallyPrime, and the same accounts are allowed account in terms of connection from the Kotak Bank. Then you should not face any challenge. So let's say this is valid for the other banks also. Let's say I have three bank accounts: Axis, Kotak, and SBI. I have same number at the three banks, or I have a different number at the different banks. I'll be able to connect through. That should not be a problem. We have a provision of having a multi-user .NET account, and we will be able to do it. Whether it will also work in the corporate account. So yes, Arunji. So there is a list of accounts which is available for connect, which a particular bank, a partner bank, let's say a Kotak Bank or SBI Bank or Axis Bank has allowed to connect, and you'll be able to connect the same thing. just specify which bank you have corporate account. So our team can help you in a more specific manner once you specify the more details. How to add bank details when both accounts have different mobile number. Yes, so you can you can have different .NET ID in case of a different mobile number, right? And you can logging onto you can give that particular access of a different mobile number to a different user, and they can uh, get the balance, they can view the statement, they can make the payments from that different mobile number by logging into different bank account with a different .NET ID. So for that, we have also ensured that we have created an essential, enhanced and essential security mechanism onto the uh, security master setup, right? Contra entry from one bank to another, also contra entry from for cash. So in that case, madam, you will whenever we create a particular transaction from button F7, you will be able to change the voucher type. You'll be able to change the voucher type inside the transaction. That is not restricted, right? And on the configuration level, ledger master configuration level, you can also set the contra as the voucher type for this particular transfer entries, right? But the essential challenge for you will be to identify those contra entries right from the data. Payment entries for Kotak Bank when downloaded through feature, instead of check number, it shows okay, instead of check number. Yes, so because uh, that was not the check number, but that was the e-payments mode. So that NCRCTS number was mentioned. But in case if you have processed through check, whenever you download, sir, it will mention the check number itself, and it will change the reconciliation status based on the check number cross reference. What about the GST portion on the bank charges? So, sir, absolutely, you have flexibility. You can bifurcate that amount particularly. Let's say you are combining the entry of 100 plus 18 rupees. So for 100, you can select the bank charges on the next second row. You can select the GST and provide the 18 rupees amount, and that way it will total out. So that flexibility of allocating GST, that is up to you as a user. If you have that GST in that particular transaction, you can bifurcate those amount and it will work as usual. How can we pass multiple contra voucher type from a bank import? So simple. Uh, whenever you whenever you particularly import that particular transaction on the multiple mode, you will not be able to import on a contra mode, but yes, on one-to-one import, you will be able to do it. So let's say you are importing 100 transaction out of 100, you have 15 transactions as a contra. So if you want to change the voucher type of those particular 15 entries, you can go inside that particular transactions and change the voucher type by usual option. But on a single screen, changing the voucher type mode, that will not be available in the existing release. I hope that will answer. How will knocking off against reference number will be done in this? I think Yogesh, it lacks the context against in this. So is it about the payment or what it is? Can you just add some more details? How to convert PDF? So, sir, there is no solution currently to convert PDF into Excel. Rather, the easiest way is to get the Excel bank statement from the client, or if they don't have a net banking, just request the bank to give that statement either in CSV or a bank statement, and that will suffice. Even though the bank statement that you got from the bank, it is not working in your TallyPrime, just come back to us at the mail ID support@tellysolutions.com. Somebody from the support will configure your bank statement which you have got from the bank, and they will update you once it is available for the upload. So It's an easy process and it doesn't take much time. Any other bank can also be converted. How to convert PDF to CSV? Sir, not suggested. Don't convert PDF to CSV and use this feature. Rather get the excellent CSV, which is exactly downloaded from the net banking, because TallyPrime has already pre-configured those formats based on the bank formats. SBI saving out not showing in connected banking. So yes, ma'am, currently SBI has allowed only current account and overdraft account in the connected banking. In future, whenever they are allowing savings banks, we will update you. But till then, nonetheless, you can use the bank statement import under import menu to get all your transactions imported inside TallyPrime at once, and then you can create or post transactions at your will at one time or one by one at a one click of button. So please explore that option. So we knew that for all customers, it may or may not be possible to connect, or even for a bank to provide access. So there is an option of offline bank statement import in Excel and CSV, and that will work for the rest of your clients which don't have that connected banking or which they cannot connect, right? Okay, again, client due PDF statements are, again, I'm saying this, go for the Excel or CSV. Please don't convert, because when we convert, there are lots of other special characters which are involved in those PDF files, and that also gets copied, and that impacts the accuracy of import when we convert any PDF and try to import it using Excel or CSV. So it's a humble request, sir. Try to get the Excel and CSV from the net banking. Yes, so how to change the voucher type? Yes, so whenever you are going inside transaction, you can change the voucher type individually as a contra after going inside transactions, right? Can we add another bank like IDBI? Yes, we can add, but banking integration is always a one-to-one integration. It's a tally, it's an integration between a tally and a bank directly. So each bank have their own, structures, architecture, and other things to take care of. So, but yes, we have taken this. We'll see to it uh, where we can provide it in a roadmap, right? Next, can we download full bank statement and say create voucher and make the entries that way? Sir, absolutely amazing expectations. So you want Tally to have a voice prompt and perform, transactions or functions accordingly. Murli, that's one of the nice suggestion that we got, right? Maybe we can park it and we'll come back to you if you have something on this, sir. Can we download? Okay, yep, that is done. It's repeated. If instrument number is not mentioned, auto reconciliation will happen. So if instrument number is not mentioned, auto reconciliation will not happen. What it will uh, what it will indicate is these are the transaction with exact amount match, with exact date match. Do you want to reconcile? You can select both and you can reconcile. So it will recognize even though instrument number is not there, whether the amount is same or the date is same, and you will be able to save your time by spotting those transactions using bank import or direct download. Next question is, there is not a showing payment option in 6.1 version. Yes, Ganesh sir, that option is not there in 6.1. I'm really glad that you are checking this option while you are on the session. That option will be available in TallyPrime 7.0. I would request and urge you to connect to your Tally partner from whom you are doing regular renewals and ask him to give you a copy of 7.0, and there you will be able to experience the same and give your feedback once you experience the same. Thank you so much, sir. Okay, next, able to schedule payment to a particular date and time. Not in this version, you'll be able to make a payment, but not scheduling. But yes, request Murli to take this up as a feedback. Yes, sir. Thank you for this nice feedback. We'll surely see to it. Who is authorizing banking transaction? Initially, we have given an OTP for the transaction. So yes, sir. यहाँ पे the person who is eligible uh, to provide an OTP as provided while onboarding, that will be valid authorizer. So let's say I am connecting my bank account, let's say my SBI or a Kotak or SBI with this particular TallyPrime. Now, while connecting my bank account with my TallyPrime, I will have that particular mobile number or a name of a person, and that will be de facto considered as an authorized person for getting OTP to process to approve that particular payment transaction, right? So you'll be able to have more details when you get this version, and when you'll be able to test for your business with respect to payments. Problem occurs in contra bank to bank. Yes. So in that case, sir, you'll have to get inside that particular transaction, and on the right hand side button, you will need to change that voucher type, and then you'll be able to uh, change the voucher type to contra. How do we update our Tally software for the bank integration? So, sir, the best thing is connect with your Tally partner, and they'll be able to best assist you in this case. And even though you want to do it yourself, on the right hand side, you have an option called upgrade, and you can upgrade your uh, subscription from the upgrade button itself. Uh, how to get a payment advice? So payment advice is going to a party from for which we are making a payment. So let's say we are making payment to Hindustan suppliers. So Hindustan suppliers will get a payment advice to their email ID from our email ID once we make the payment, right? So to do that, we need to configure in the bank. I'll showcase that particular settings. Just give me a moment. I'm sharing my screen again. I hope my TallyPrime is visible, right? So how to set up that automated payment advice, correct? So we'll go to ledger alteration. So in ledger alteration, we have Axis Bank account. In Axis Bank, we will go to bank configuration alteration. In bank configuration alterations, right, we have e-payments. So inside e-payment configuration, we have an option to auto generate the payment advice. Payment advice for connected banking, you will be able to view that new option on the screen. And there is an option called auto generate payment advice. We'll mark it as yes. It will enable those options. Do as a business, we want to get a copy of payment advice. So yes. And which email ID that payment advice copy should go to, so that on any each and every payment which is getting sent to the bank from our side, we get a copy of payment advice, so that we come to know that what has been sent to a particular party. So we can specify here the email address. Let's say we are mentioning at gmail.com. That's my business ID. And do we want to include the bill details in the payment advice? Yes. So that can also go to that particular payment advice automatically based on the settle bills option that we have, processed in our TallyPrime, right? So this will help us to generate the payment advice on an automated mode, and it will land to the parties to whom we are making a payment along with a copy to us, right? So I hope this will help you how to configure the same. Let's move on to the next questions. How to keep narrations for multiple vouchers entered together? Will it be possible to see only when we get inside? Yes, sir. So you are absolutely right, sir. You will be able to view it only when we get inside that particular view recon info, because it's a multiple transactions. It's a combination of transaction, and putting it into a one entry will make the reading absurd, right? So that's why we have kept the same way. टैली प्राइम में नया वाउचर बनाते समय जो वाउचर डेट है वह सिस्टम डेट के बराबर ही रहना चाहिए. सो सर, there can also be a case which is vice versa, right? So there is some security control that you need to put from the security levels at a user level, right? Because there are n number of use cases कि मुझे मेरा वाउचर जल्दी क्रिएट करना है, बाद में करना है, या 10 दिन के बाद करना है, या डेली करना है. So work of everybody should be a lucid. So this is something which will make rigid for other users as well. After import of statements, is all entries are uploaded automatically? So sir, all entries are getting into your tally data automatically. You simply need to allocate it to a specific ledger only. If bank statement is in PDF, sir, in PDF we cannot do much, but yes, our development team is working on the PDF format, and we hope to have something on the same in the next year, right? Just like we have connected payments right now. एक बार डाउनलोड होने के बाद दोबारा होगा, so sir, it will you will be able to download again, but you will have that duplication being spotted by TallyPrime, and TallyPrime on the screen will tell you that zero transactions getting imported because those transactions are already imported and part of your bank statement data. So here the duplication TallyPrime automatically keeps track of. How to convert, sir? Not suggest to convert PDF to CSV. Okay, again the same. Yes Bank connected banking, sir. Currently it's not in the roadmap, but we'll update you once it is there in the roadmap. Okay, I'm working in auditor office, maintain multiple companies. Can I connect multiple companies' bank accounts? Sir, I would recommend that get this multiple clients account connected in their Tally Prime data itself, and you get the connected bank data so that you don't need to connect each and every uh, each and every client from a one Tally serial, because here the banking security comes into the picture that banks will not allow you know uh, numerous accounts on a single serial having a different identity. So we need to take care of the banking regulations and their security aspects while framing this solution. So I would recommend, Chetanji, if your client can download and give it to you, that will be very easy for you, so that we remain compliant within the bank security protocols, and that will also ease your workload as well. You have any video for SBI to connect? Vinash sir will come back to you on this. We put this video on the YouTube channel, so I would urge all of you to subscribe to Tally Solutions YouTube channel. Whichever new video we are posting, you will get the automatic notification, and you will not need to wait for somebody to forward it to you, to provide it to you. So request everybody in this forum to subscribe it, so that you get the daily new videos updates on your tab itself, right? But yes, whenever we are available with that, we will share it with you, and you'll be able to see how you can connect your own SBI with this particular connected banking capabilities. Can we send payments from ICICI Bank to Jyoti ji? It is work in progress for ICICI Bank. Just wait for few months, maybe by the end of this year, and you'll hear something from us on this. Thank you so much for asking. Can we import PDF? Again, the same question. Please do not import PDF. But yes, work is in progress with respect to PDF statement. You will hear something when we are ready with this. Okay, I have 3 HDFs account. How do I update all of them via offline option? So, Bharat sir, simply get the bank statement downloaded in Excel or CSV from the net banking, and use the uh, import bank statement option from the import menu, and you will be able to enjoy all the functionality that we have seen on the screen in the last 1 hour. Will you be able to provide the PPT of the session? Sir, PPT is just to showcase, but yes, Komal, if you can throw light on this.
I
We
think majorly we didn't have any steps or anything in the PPT, but still, if you want, you can attach here, or you can write to support our Tally Solutions. We can share that way.
Yes, sure. So
Yeah.
we'll attach here itself so that you can definitely get it from here. Okay. Next is if we ask for Excel CSV, then they told you, okay. Okay. So Amolji, I think somewhere you need to frame a story wherein something which makes your life easy. That is something which we should be able to find, or else you can use any of the connected banking uh, partners, let's say either Axis, Kotak, or SBI, right? Because this is something we'll need to adopt to ease our workload, to ease the workload at someone who is typing right from the morning till evening, or to somebody who is managing 70, 80 bank accounts of a 50 clients or a customer. Somewhere those guys, their time needs to be respected, their efforts needs to be respected, and they need to have access to this, this easy way to do their things, to do their job, right? So somewhere you will need to, you know, frame and fight for them so that their time can be saved, their efforts can be minimized, and they can give more output in the same amount of time. When we can use this feature, sir, connect your tally partner and you'll be able to experience it early. We are live with the beta part, so you'll be able to definitely experience it. Okay, Sanjay ji, we have tried. It's check payment. Also, it shows NCRCTS number. Uh, Murli, if you can help Sanjay sir more on this.
Actually, Murli said ki, we can get it configured, so he'll have to write to
Yes.
support our Tally Solutions. So Sanjay ji, please do, with your screenshot or what is the issue coming in, you can write to support at tallysolutions.com. They will get it configured and resolve your issue.
Okay. Thank you, Komal. Thank you, Murli. Uh, Okay, it support all feature in 6.2. So sir, in 6.2, you can fetch the bank balance live and you can get the statement. But for the payment, you can experience TallyPrime 7.0. You can connect with your partner and they'll be able to help you to early experience the same, right? Can we make payments from ICICI? Yes, sir, work in progress. Yes, work in progress for ICICI Bank. When we are releasing Prime 7, sir, connect to your Tally partner. You can have an early experience. Yes. Uh, which version you use? Yes, Tally Prime 7. Okay, I manage data for multiple clients. So is it possible Tally.net ID to register multiple clients? So Mithun sir, there is a limitation from the bank security perspective. So you'll not be able to connect all the clients accounts with a single tally.net id. Rather, suggest your clients to get their accounts connected in their .net id, and you get the ready imported data or data with the ready statements so that you can work upon faster and easier and efficiently. That will help your
Yeah.
uh, team as well. Yes. How do
Uh,
I add
but you were attaching the file, right? So while we have people, better to attach it first so that they will need time to
okay,
download as well.
okay, yes, just give me a moment. I'll do it right away. uh, just allow me a moment. Okay, so here attaching and it is in progress. Just give me a moment. Just allow me a moment.
Do you want to forward it to me? I can attach it.
Yes, just sharing you a link and
I'll download and send.
yep. Okay, we'll move on to the next question. Okay, what about PDF? So yes, sir, again, I've already reverted, right? So let's go to the next one. Okay, release date, sir, next month, 7.0, but you can experience beta 7.0. Please connect your Tally partner. Are these features works in Tally version 7 only? Madam, if you are using 6.2, you can fetch the bank statement live. You can get the bank statement live. For processing payments, you need to have version 7. Can we get the predefined Excel template or to import bank statement for manual entry or convert a Excel sheet from PDM? So, Ashish sir, we have a different approach. Instead, what we have done is we have configured the Excel and CSV template of 140 plus banks from the backend. You use the Excel or CSV of any of 140 banks and you will be able to import it, right? So request you to uh, use it for 2 3 of your customers so that you can experience the seamless and simplicity of the solution. ओके टैली लेजर क्रिएट करते टाइम और बनाते टाइम एफएसएसआई नंबर लाइसेंस एक्सपायरी डेट मेंशन होनी चाहिए. So sir madam, this is something different other than connected banking. I'll just take this and will forward it to the respective team as a feedback. Yes, how to add beneficiary bank accounts in TallyPrime for automated payments? Amazing questions, sir. So whenever you are uh, creating a ledger, you have a bank detail option. Let's say you have already created a ledger. Then in that case, you can update the beneficiary details of all parties using Excel also. So I'll share my screen and show you where this option is available. So on my screen, you can see on the input menu, you can see the option of bank details. So here it's a template. So in this template, you can pre-fill those information, update this information. The template, if you want to download it, you can click on the pay sample file and it will download the template. So let's check out. So let's say this will export the template. So whatever parties ledgers you have created, correct? You mention those particular beneficiary details in this format. This is a Tally default format given on the Tally. What you must mention on the each field, that instruction is given, but it is absolutely simple, right? Once you have given your details here on the same file, you just save this file and upload the same file here. It will update beneficiary details of all your ledgers in a one go. You need not to update those things manually by going inside each and every ledger. I hope this will help you to be faster, right? I hope that answers yes. If already bank data is manually entered, then there would be additional imported data. Can we delete the same? So if the bank data is manually entered, then when you import the bank statement, it will not create entries automatically. It will match with the transactions or an entries which you have already manually entered. So rest assured, whenever you are creating a transaction, or whenever you are rather importing a bank statement or directly fetching the bank statement from a net banking, it will not create entry automatically. It will match the entries if you have already manually created earlier for the same. I hope this answers. Can a bank statement downloaded by proprietor be imported in staff computer? So, sir, if you have downloaded a bank statement for any current account for SBI or any other partner banks which are allowed, then you can import it because there is no restriction to import it in a specific license unless you have restricted that particular user to import. So in this case, you need to ensure that you have given that particular access to a user who wants to import as a staff, you want to import in their Tally login, right? So, but there is no restriction at the license level on importing a bank statement. Any license can import a bank statement. Okay, please provide a detailed PPT. So, madam, that PPT is already attached here. You can go through this. Or for HDFC, you can simply download the statement from the your net banking. Or if you want to uh, have this bank statement which we have imported, you can definitely get it. I'll ensure to upload it here on the chat itself. Just give me a moment. Okay, yes, there you go. So I have also uploaded that HDFC Bank statement format here. You can also use this as a reference, right? I hope that answers. Most of the clients and bank statement using mobile banking. Generally, bank statement in PDF only using mobile banking app. Therefore, we are facing. So, sir, request to check if they are downloading from a net mobile banking, if they can download from the Excel uh, format of the file of Excel or CSV. That will help because uh, alongside PDF option, they also have Excel and CSV. That will save your a lot of amount of your team members, right? Or else for PDF, wait till the next update whenever we are available with, right? Please give different bank statements. So, sir, what we have done is we have configured the formats of bank from the backend. So use those statements as are directly downloaded, and that will help you to import and update at a click of button.
But is there any place available in a help page or something, the downloadable templates or something?
So there is no template. Instead, what we have given is we have given the list of banks for which the template is already pre-configured.
Yeah, the list of banks. Yeah, I think I've shared
List
it.
of
I'll
banks.
just reshare those things also. One second.
Yes, if you can access it, just
Yeah, I'll just put it in the chat.
okay. So, sir, please get the banks list of banks. That's a link which we update it on our time to time basis, and this will help you uh, to understand whatever bank your client using, is that format pre-configured or not. If it is a pre-configured, you need not worry on anything, simply import it. Okay, after passing payment entry, how can send the payment? So, sir, if you have version 7.0, you will be able to see that option. That is a send payment, and that send payment option comes from the uh, exchange menu. And exchange menu under banking, there is an option called send payments. So, request you to experience 7.0. When you move your data to 7.0, then you will be able to see that option of e-payment after enabling the same, right? Uh, so can normally downloaded by proprietor? Yes, we have already reverted to the same. Yes. Okay, the last question, Yogesh ji, that remains in the silo, we are not able to understand. Request you to write to us, support at the rate telesolutions with the entire query a little bit long so that we can respond back, we can connect back with your exact expectations. So, yes, Komal,
Great.
over to you.
Yeah, thanks, Pat. That was very insightful. I think we covered just on time all the questions and answers. Thank you, audience, for staying with us till now. So, most of which Pat covered is already in the connected banking feature that is already available, and all you have to do is use this thing instead of manually reconciling. You can now reconcile in the Tally Prime itself. So, we'll urge you to use. As much you can automate in TallyPrime. And as far as we could see the lot of requests coming in for the connected banking banks. So while we have already put in, like I have put in one of the queries also that we are in terms touch with the banks. Some of them are already in the development stage. There are certain formalities we have to follow, and as and when any banks get added, we'll be letting you know through this forum. So please do stay connected at our CA Connect forum and our CA community. We will get you. We are here to solve your queries, answer everything you have to ask. So thank you so much, Parth. I will now end the session. Thank you.